Hello, beautiful souls. Have you ever looked up at the night sky, at that vast, endless blanket of stars, and just wondered? Wondered about your place in it all? Wondered who or what is behind this incredible, breathtaking creation? It's a question that has echoed in the hearts of humanity since the very beginning. We all search for meaning, for a connection to something greater than ourselves. The Urantia book, a text full of profound spiritual wisdom, offers us a perspective that is both grand and deeply personal. It speaks of a universe that isn't just a random collection of planets and stars, but a masterpiece held together by an infinite and loving creator. This is a journey into understanding that connection. The book introduces us to the idea of God not as a distant ruler on a faraway throne, but as the very source of everything we see and everything we don't. Think of it like a brilliant artist who not only paints a magnificent picture, but is also present in every single brushstroke. According to the teachings in Paper 4, God is the first source and center, the ultimate reality from which all things spring forth. This means the universe isn't just something God made and then left alone. Instead, it is a living, breathing, and constantly evolving expression of God's own purpose and personality. It's a powerful thought to hold, that the same intelligence that designed the galaxies also designed the delicate wings of a butterfly. Imagine for a moment the sheer scale of the cosmos. Scientists tell us there are billions of galaxies, each with billions of stars. It's a size that can make us feel incredibly small, almost insignificant. But the Urantia book flips that idea on its head. It suggests that this vastness is not meant to diminish us, but to show us the infinite nature of our Creator. The order, the harmony, the perfect laws that govern everything from the orbit of a planet to the rhythm of our own hearts. All of it points back to a single, unifying intelligence. It's a universe that operates with incredible precision, not by cold, unfeeling chance, but through the deliberate and loving administration of its divine architect. So, when we begin to explore this cosmic connection, we are not just learning about stars and planets. We are learning about the very nature of our source. We are invited to see the universe as a grand, ongoing project of love. Every sunrise, every new life, every act of kindness is a reflection of this divine presence. The Urantia book encourages us to look beyond the physical and see the spiritual reality that underpins it all. It's a call to recognize that we are part of a universe that is not empty or chaotic, but filled with purpose and held tenderly in the hands of an all-loving Father. This understanding changes everything. Now, let's talk about one of the most comforting ideas you can ever hold in your heart. The idea that God is everywhere. The Urantia book explains this in a beautiful way. It says that God's presence is not confined to a church, a temple, or a sacred mountain. God is omnipresent, which is a big word that simply means God is present in all places at all times. This isn't just a vague spiritual concept, it's described as a literal reality. God's spirit permeates the entire universe, from the most distant nebula to the tiniest particle of dust. There is no corner of creation where God is not. What a powerful truth to carry with you through your day. This universal presence means that God is intimately aware of everything that happens. The book calls this omniscience, the quality of knowing all things. Think about that for a second. The creator of this vast universe is aware of the grand celestial events, like a star being born millions of light years away. But at the same time, God is also aware of the silent struggles and secret joys within your own heart. Nothing is too big for God to manage, and nothing is too small to escape God's loving attention. It's a level of awareness that is beyond our human comprehension, yet it is offered as a profound source of comfort and reassurance for every single one of us. Let's use an example to make this feel more real. Imagine the ocean. You can't separate the water from the ocean itself, can you? The water is the ocean. In a similar way, the Urantia book suggests that God's presence is like the water that fills the entire ocean of creation. It's the underlying reality of all existence. So when you feel a sense of awe watching a sunset, or a surge of love for your child, or a moment of deep peace in nature, you are experiencing a direct connection to this all-pervading spirit. You are tapping into the divine presence that is already within you and all around you, just waiting to be noticed. This understanding helps us see the sacred in the ordinary. If God is truly everywhere, then every place is holy ground. Every person we meet is a child of that same God. Every moment is an opportunity to connect with the divine. It shifts our perspective from seeking God out there to recognizing God right here. The Urantia book teaches that God is not a passive observer, but an active participant in the life of the universe. This active, all-knowing, and ever-present reality means you are never, ever alone. You are seen, you are known, and you are held within this infinite, loving presence always. Here is something truly wonderful to wrap your mind around. The Urantia book presents us with what seems like a paradox. On one hand, God is the infinite creator of a universe so vast it's almost unimaginable. The Universal Father is the upholder of galaxies, the source of all energy, the mind behind the cosmic laws that keep everything in perfect balance. This is the transcendent God, the one who is far beyond our complete understanding. This aspect of God inspires awe and reverence. It reminds us of the sheer majesty and power that brought all of creation into being. It's a scale that is truly mind-boggling and humbling. But here is the other side of that beautiful coin, the part that speaks directly to each of our hearts. This same infinite God is also a personal God, a loving Father who knows you by name. The book makes it clear that this is not just a metaphor. It teaches that within each and every one of us, there is a literal fragment of God's Spirit. It's called the thought adjuster, or the indwelling spirit. This is God's personal gift to you, a divine presence that lives inside your mind, guiding you, comforting you, and gently leading you toward truth, beauty, and goodness throughout your life's journey. This is the immanent God, the one who is closer to you than your own breath. So how can God be both infinite and personal? Think of the sun. The sun is a massive, powerful star millions of miles away. Its energy sustains all life on our planet. We can't get too close to it or we would be consumed. That's like the infinite God. Yet at the same time, a single ray of that same sunlight can stream through your window, warm your face, and help a flower grow in your garden. That single, gentle ray is like the personal God, the indwelling spirit. It is a part of the whole, yet it is completely focused on you. Both are true at the same time. God is the whole sun, and God is also the single ray that touches you personally. This dual reality is the core of our relationship with the divine. We can look up at the stars in wonder at God's infinite grandeur, and we can also look within ourselves to find God's intimate, loving presence. This means our spiritual journey has two directions: outward into the vastness of creation, and inward into the depths of our own souls. The Urantia book assures us that we don't have to choose. We can embrace both. We can have a personal, loving relationship with a Father who cares about our everyday lives, while also being children of the limitless creator of all that is, was, and ever will be. So, we've talked about this big, beautiful idea of a loving God who created a vast universe and is present everywhere within it. But what does this mean for you right now in your daily life? Why does this cosmic connection matter when you're dealing with traffic, paying the bills, or navigating the ups and downs of your relationships? It matters because this truth has the power to fundamentally change the way you experience your life. Knowing you are part of a purpose-driven, love-filled universe gives you a profound sense of belonging. You're not an accident. You are a cherished child of the cosmos. When you begin to truly believe that a fragment of God lives within you, it awakens a deep sense of self-worth and potential. You are not just a mortal being living a short life. You are an eternal soul on a grand adventure. This inner spirit, this thought adjuster, is your unerring compass, always pointing you toward your true north. When you face challenges or feel lost, you can learn to quiet your mind and listen to that still, small voice within. This connection provides a source of strength, courage, and wisdom that comes not from the outside world, but from the divine core of your own being. It's your lifeline to the infinite. Furthermore, understanding God's love for all creation inspires us to live differently. If God is present in every person, it changes how we treat them. We begin to see the divine spark in others, even those we find difficult to love. It calls us to be more compassionate, more forgiving, and more unified. It helps us see beyond our differences and recognize our shared identity as one universal family. This perspective encourages us to contribute to the world with acts of service and kindness, knowing that in doing so, we are participating in God's own work. Our lives become an expression of the very love that holds the universe together. Ultimately, this cosmic connection is the ultimate source of hope. The Urantia book paints a picture of a friendly universe, one that is managed by a perfect, all-wise, and all-loving creator. It assures us that our lives have eternal meaning and that our sincere efforts to grow and be good are never in vain. This isn't just wishful thinking. It's a spiritual reality you can live by. It gives you a foundation of faith that can withstand any storm. Erroneous ideas of God. Religious tradition is the imperfectly preserved record of the experiences of the God-knowing men of past ages. But such records are untrustworthy as guides for religious living or as the source of true information about the Universal Father. Such ancient beliefs have been invariably altered by the fact that primitive man was a myth-maker. One of the greatest sources of confusion on Urantia concerning the nature of God grows out of the failure of your sacred books clearly to distinguish between the personalities of the Paradise Trinity and between Paradise Deity and the local universe creators and administrators. During the past dispensations of partial understanding, your priests and prophets failed clearly to differentiate between planetary princes, system sovereigns, constellation fathers, creator sons, super-universe rulers, the Supreme Being, and the Universal Father. Many of the messages of subordinate personalities, such as life carriers and various orders of angels, have been, in your records, presented as coming from God Himself. Urantian religious thought still confuses the associate personalities of deity with the Universal Father Himself, so that all are included under one appellation. So today, I invite you to open your heart to this truth. You are connected, you are loved, and you are an essential part of a grand and beautiful cosmic story. And that, my friends, is a wonderful thing.